but today's session is based upon Ashtanga primary series. It's a bit adapted due to my experiences. I find it a bit more easy on the body and a bit more amusing, this flow that we will do. And the Ashtanga primary series is a bit more intense, a bit more workouty in nature, as well as it has this inner intelligence of the sequence. So the sequence is always the same in this Ashtanga primary series. The sequence is very long. It's usually 90 minutes. Today we will do like maybe 30, 45, maybe even 60 minutes. Let's see how we do. And the aim of today's practice will be like complete liberation of the body, which will be accessed through the spine and the hips mainly, as well as some opening poses of the chest and shoulders. So I hope you will enjoy. And without further ado, let's meet at that mat. And you can grab a body block. Body blocks are especially welcome throughout the whole practice, as they will offer great support for the body, for your stability. And if you don't have a body block, you may use a book for coordination to really have good practice. So whenever you're ready, welcoming yourself to the space of the mat. There's a block already underneath the glutes. As you just begin to breathe across the spine. And just dedicate a moment to come in the senses. Notice what's going on. How is your head? How does your body feel? How are your hips? How are your shoulders? Your jaw? You begin to focus on the breath. Noticing the motion that the breath evokes in the body. How does the body rise with the in? How does it release with the X? The next few breaths, visualizing how the inhalation lifts you up from the pelvic ground, front of the spine. So even with the Ujjayi breath, the sound of the ocean created throughout your throat. As you inhale, and exhale longer. Trying to remain focused on the breath throughout the practice. May the breath be your guide. Then inhalation, the arms reach high up towards the ceiling above, embracing the space all around from the heart. Another inhalation, embracing the moment from the heart. The third inhalation embraces the totality of your being from the heart, dedicating this practice to yourself, to the strength of your heart, to the strength of a sankalpa that your heart expresses, an intention from the heart. So with an exhalation, intertwining your fingers, rolling all the way throughout the spine, perhaps even releasing the palms slightly down as with an inhalation, you reach all the way up. With an exhalation, bowing down towards the front, intertwining the fingers throughout the back as you open up. Pressing the palms to the midline, rounding towards the back. 2 more times with an inhalation, reaching up. With an exhalation, back down. And with the last one, you press your palms towards the heart space, pushing the palms firmly together as you arrive into that 90 degree throughout the hips. And you will try to walk your knees all the way up a few times, mobilizing throughout the hips as you keep the pressure firm in between the palms. Extend the leg, then land, and extend the leg, then land. Releasing out towards the midline, pressing the palms towards the shoulders with an exhalation. Elbows coming all the way together with an inhalation, opening up slowly. Inhaling together up. With an exhalation, slowly down. The last piece of the elbows changes the direction of the circle, going all the way around with the elbows, creating the biggest circle as possible. One last piece of the elbows all the way to the front as you press forward of the palms in front of you, pushing the elbows as high as possible. Just hold here for 10. With an inhalation, the elbows reach as high as possible towards the ceiling above, while your core, your hips remain poised as stillness. It's just your upper chest opening slightly towards the ceiling above for 5. And with an exhalation, slowly releasing, palms reach towards the front. One more time. The knees perhaps even touch base, the upper arms if they can. as you arrive on towards the other side. With an exhalation, releasing one palm down, opening towards the side, creating a C shape from the hip all the way towards the diagonal. With an exhalation, you can release the palm on towards the opposite knee, over towards the other side, gazing up if you can. And then exhale, slowly release as you cross over. Next one. You can twist your chest all the way up high towards the ceiling above for 5. Opening, pushing the chest forward for 4, 3, 2, 1. With an exhalation, release one. Last time to the other side. Sliding the chest up towards the ceiling above for 5. With an exhalation, both arms opening up. You find the pinky toe area that will scoop scoop over and press all the way up. With an exhalation, the thumb will go over and under a few times. Pinky toe goes all the way up, and make sure to circle out routes all the shoulder, even shoulder blades push towards the front as you come into that internal rotation. Follow your breath. Exhale, close. Inhale, open up. With an exhalation, going slightly higher up into a V shape. And reaching slightly higher with the next inhalation. And one last time. Closing and opening up. Acquainting the position, dancing with the shoulders slightly around just to relax the neck, the shoulders. As with an exhalation, you come all the way over towards the front of your mat into a forward fold. In a forward fold, with an inhalation, your chest will reach into Adho Uttanasana, a forward fold. With an exhalation, releasing the head down towards the ground. Another inhalation, rolling up towards the vertebrae of your spine as you come into Samasthiti. It's time to begin with the feet stepping towards the front of the mat. Inhale, arm reaches up. With an exhalation, you bow down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, chest forward. The right foot will step back into a lunge position. Slowly releasing the knee and the foot on towards the ground as you push your hips towards the front, gazing forward, opening the chest. With an exhalation, looking the back toes, pushing the heel towards the back as you step in towards a full plank. Choosing your flow, if you can, to a full chaturanga, an upward facing dog. And slowly arriving towards the downward facing dog. 5 breaths over here. Inhalation, the right foot steps forward. You release the left knee and foot on towards the ground, creating this arch by pushing your hips and your chest forward and up. Breathe an exhalation, looking the back toes, extending the leg as you come into a step forward with an inhalation, opening the chest. Exhale, releasing to full Uttanasana. Another inhalation lifts you up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Repeating the circle 2 more times as with an inhalation, your arms reach up. Creating an arrow with an exhalation, bowing down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, head forward fold. With an exhalation, stepping with the right foot back, heel pushes towards the back. Then you release the knee and the foot on towards the ground, opening the frontal corpus of your whole body. Consciously flowing through the positions of the extended leg, stepping back, flow. 5 breaths in the downwards facing dog. Adjust the downwards facing dog to your own liking. If you wish to make a move, walk it out, and bend the shoulder down, the elbow down, however you wish to flow through these 5 breaths. Own the space, own the pose. With the next exhalation, right foot steps forward, releasing the left knee and toes on towards the ground, slightly arching to the left. Whenever ready, tucking the back toes and stepping into that forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, Samasthiti. One more time. Inhale all the way. With an exhalation, releasing. Taking that breath. As you step with the right foot. Take your time to land with the knee in the foot and opening of the chest. This is your practice. You're dedicating it to your body. Sure to align it with your breath as you plank and find your flow towards the downwards facing dog. Nice breaths. Making them long. Next inhalation, right foot steps forward. Releasing the back knee with into Anjaneyasana. Exhalation, extending the back leg. Stepping forward, Ardha Uttanasana, step forward fold. Exhale, release. Inhalation, lifting all the way up to Samasthiti. Another inhalation, Utkatasana, the chair pose. You bend your knees together, feet together. Breathe an exhalation, pull forward, forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, head forward, forward. Breathe an exhalation, stepping or jumping towards plank. One more time, your flow towards the downwards facing dog. This time, in the downwards facing dog, the right leg will step forward into Virabhadrasana 1. The arms will reach up like an arrow towards the sky above. Elbows press slightly together. Brutal force coming through the body. Hold for 3. With an exhalation, releasing the palms, stepping back to plank. The head flow. You can go directly to downward, or you can flow it all the way around. As it's getting intense, the left foot steps into that warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Arching the hips forward, the arms reach up. Exhale, slowly release to find your flow. 5 breaths in a downward facing dog. And we're flowing through the sun salutations. You're saluting your inner sun, your inner heat, as well as the outer one. Embrace that inner heat, that inner breath, and beat. With an inhalation, you gaze towards stepping or jumping in between your palms. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, head forward fold. Exhale, release. Another inhalation lifts you up into a full chair position. Exhale, Samasthiti, palms come to the side of the body. Inhale, Utkatasana. You're gonna add a twist over here. So with an exhalation, the right elbow will cross over to the left thigh. You will create either a fist or an Anjali Mudra in front of your heart, really pushing into a deep twist for 5-4. With an inhalation, both arms reach up. With an exhalation, crossing over onto the other side. Hopefully your knees are aligned. Hopefully your spine feels aligned. And your palms come all the way towards the heart for 5-4. Now you're releasing through the midline. Full Utkatasana. With an exhalation, palms come to the ground. Finding your way through plank, chaturanga, and upwards facing dog. And exhale, downwards facing dog. Another inhalation, stepping Virabhadrasana. Reaching up with the arms. And exhale, release. Back to plank. You can go directly to downwards facing dog. Or you can do the intense version of bicep push-up of chaturanga. And upward facing. As the left foot steps forward, Virabhadrasana 1. Slowing down your breath. And exhalation, stepping, plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downwards facing dog. 5 breaths. Finish the rest. Child's pose is always the option over here. With the 5 breaths, always the same for yourself, for your pose, for your body. Yes, with an inhalation, stepping or jumping towards the front. Ardha Uttanasana, head forward fold, opening the chest forward. Exhale, release down. With an inhalation, Utkatasana. And let's twist it one last time. Over into Anjali Mudra. Gazing all the way for 5-4. Beautiful job through the midline. With an exhalation, landing over to the left for 5-4. through the midline. Exhale, Samasthiti. Another inhalation. Utkatasana. Don't be afraid. This time we will go directly towards the plank pose. From plank, finding your own way towards a beautiful downward facing dog. This is the last flow where you step into Virabhadrasana 1 with the right foot open. Exhale, release the back. Rula flow. And then from downward to Virabhadrasana 1 on the left side. And exhalation, releasing, finding your flow towards the rest pose, the downward facing dog for 5. Next inhalation, gazing forward, stepping or jumping in between those bones. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, forward fold. Embrace the heat, embrace the inner fire as you exhale. Inhalation, Utkatasana. One last one, pointing all the way up with an exhalation. Samasthiti, fantastic job. Exhale, right foot, we step towards the back. This time into a Trikonasana. So right foot faces directly forward, crossing that back in a 90-degree angle. You reach towards the front as far as possible, keeping that line throughout the inner symmetry of the body. Perhaps reaching all the way towards the ground, using your block or the 2 peace fingers wrapped around your toe. Staying for 5 very long breaths. With an exhalation, releasing the gaze, lifting yourself up, switching the position towards the left. You extend, stretch it out, opening the back hip upwardly, and then releasing the Trikonasana on the other side, gazing all the way up or down towards your lower foot for control and coordination. Fabulous job with the exhalation. Finally arriving all the way up. Switching the leg position. This time making sure that your feet are aligned as we twist the left shoulder on towards the outside of the right, coming into a twisted Trikonasana. A block is a great support over here to plant your arm on towards the outside of your lower leg. Rising up, switching onto the other side, like a spiral, landing on the other side. Good job. With an inhalation, reaching up, stepping forward, releasing the palms by the side of the body just for a breath, closing the eyes. In the exhalation, pressing the palms on towards the hips, we will go towards a forward fold. With an exhalation, you release. With an inhalation, reach up with the spine, opening the feet slightly apart, hip distance. With an exhalation, release one more time. Now choose your poison. Either you go with the peace fingers around your toes and you press the toes in towards the ground, or you use your two body blocks and allow them to support you in a full forward fold. The matter of the full forward fold is that your navel is pressing in and your chest has space to breathe, collarbones spreading wide apart. So find your position for 5, 4. So with another inhalation, see if you can extend the legs even more, tucking the tailbone up, high. So untucking the tailbone. And then see if you can release one level lower, perhaps onto the flat side of the blocks, perhaps around your toes, or even planting the palms underneath your feet. Shifting the weight towards your toes for 5. Slightly forward for 4. And exhalation, releasing the palms towards your hips. As you lift yourself all the way up, stepping with the feet together, Savasthi. How does that feel inside the body? With an exhalation, you're gonna step all the way towards the back with the right foot, this time in a warrior 2 position. The right knee will bend as low as possible as we will come into a diagonal. Your right elbow will plant on towards the thigh. You will open up the chest fully up as high as possible. And then you will extend the upper arm over. Maybe even release the lower arm all the way towards the ground if you wish for 5. That front knee is releasing as low as possible, pushing forward for 4. Exhalation. Coming to extend and switch the direction. Going all the way towards the left, really pushing the knee forward, even outwardly. You can stand over here, find your position where your chest is being able to open up. Maybe you can release even all the way down. Really coming all the way up, finding your upright position, and you can repeat the pattern or take that back into a twist so that the left elbow will push on towards the right thigh, coming through Anjali Mudra, extending both legs, or even binding underneath that right thigh for 5. Action lifts you up as we cross over onto the other. Picking your pose, poison, either a diagonal or reaching into that Anjali Mudra on the other side. First position, second position is both arms extended, or third position is with a bind underneath that thigh, gazing up. If you wish to do this one, it's the upper arm will cross through the back. So you really see the palms coming all the way up as you step towards Samasthiti. Allowing there to be 5 breaths. Opening the palms forward. Releasing your shoulders, hearing your heart, hearing your breath, hearing your body speak. Noticing how you feel inside your body. If you're safe, a lot. Feel eager. Go for more. But if you do, let's continue. Slowly opening into a wide forward fold. That means pigeon toes inwardly. You release your palms on towards your hips. Opening, opening, opening the chest fully up. Breathe and exhalation, bowing down. If you have a body block for support, so place it underneath the top of your head over here. It's very welcome to be there. Your palms release in between the width of your legs. Do the next inhalation, opening the chest forward, palms come towards the hips. As you lift yourself all the way up, fantastic job. Next one, we push the chest up, 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 up. And this time the palms will stay on the hips as we release that forehead down towards the ground. Palms stay in your hips, slightly pushing the elbows high up towards the ceiling above. Tightening throughout the thighs, activating the kneecaps up. Inhalation, opening the chest forward, lifting yourself up. Good job. Next one. We intertwine the fingers at your back, extending the elbows, tightening those thighs. The thighs are fucking firm. As you open up the chest with an exhalation, releasing down, this time with the arms over the head for 5 more breaths. Stilling your mind with your breath. Keeping awareness on your long exhalation. And inhalation slowly lifts you all the way up. Good job. One more time. We will release down, pressing the palms on towards your hips. Pushing the chest high up as you forward fold, this time 2 peace fingers wrap around your big toe. The elbows will open wide apart. You release the top of the head down towards the ground. And inhalation, slowly reaching up with the chest, pressing the palms towards the hips. And then reaching up all the way, facing forward as you arrive into a Samasthiti. Next up is the pyramid pose. So you will either grab around the elbows at your back or find a more spicy variation of Anjali Mudra position of your arms behind your back, or even repeat the intertwined palms behind your back. That will feel quite liberating as well. So the right foot steps towards the back. Your back foot is in a 35-degree angle, hips facing forward, chest facing forward. With an exhalation, bowing down with an open chest. Rouse your lungs, rib cage. And inhalation, slowly lifting up. Let's repeat this one just one more time. It's quite calming. As you engage the quad, push the kneecap up on both thighs. It's very firm. You can repeat the process or change the position of your back arms. Open the chest forward with an exhalation, allowing that string to go from the heart towards the front wall. Keep yourself lifted from the hips, through the navel, through the chest, creating space from the hips, through the chest, through the throat. Only then bowing down with that whole space in the front. Breathe and inhalation, lifting up, fantastic job. Switching up onto the other side, finding your position, having enough space in between your hips, making sure that the legs are well coordinated. As you lift up throughout the chest, slightly even arching, and then releasing down, engaging throughout the thighs. So pull into all the various directions. The chest forward, the palms towards the back, the feet down in towards the ground. Coming up for the next inhalation, choosing upon your hand position for the last version of the pyramid pose, opening the chest forward, collarbones forward with an exhalation, releasing with an open chest. Lying pyramid, opening the chest, engaging the thighs for retreat. Inviting in a full breath. And inhalation lifts you up as you step forward, lean towards the forward. Samasthiti. Next up are the balancing poses. We're gonna try grounding throws the left foot first, as we like to ground from the feet. Toes spread wide apart. Toes are super spread. Next is the pillows underneath the toes, the ground. And lastly is the heel, three-part ground. From the toes, through the pillow underneath the toes, through the heel, grabbing the toes towards the heel. Notice your upright position from that foot, offering a whole lot of stability, inviting the right knee in towards the chest. This can be enough. Or if you wish to find those two peace fingers, maybe even extend the leg all the way forward, opening the chest forward and slowly, slightly releasing the chest towards that front knee for 5. Gaze is towards the front foot for 4. Stabilizing by either gazing into a point in front of you on a wall for 3. Good job. Continuing slowly with awareness, opening the chest up as you remove the foot on towards the side, either keeping it bent or extending all the way. Rising to the top of the head, gazing towards the side if you can for 5. With an exhalation, releasing that foot forward. And with an exhalation, we're gonna bend it either in towards the tree pose. That can be enough, opening the arms. Or if you wish to continue into a bit of a figure 4 position, then we will release into Utkatasana. Releasing the arms perhaps all the way into Anjali Mudra. Maybe you can even bow down slightly, keeping the spine nice and long, gazing towards the point in front of you. And next inhalation, grabbing that foot one more time, either a full tree pose. This is beautiful. This is perfectly fine. You keep on pressing that foot in towards the thigh, or you may find the foot press in towards the hip crease in a deep half lotus position. Maybe you can even grab hold of it through the back. Just staying here for another 5. Beautiful job. All right. Staying with that right leg. You're gonna the Garudasana. Right leg is at the front. Right arm will go underneath the left shoulder. Intertwining the feet, the palms all the way, finding your inner stability. Lifting the elbows as high as possible. Releasing the glutes as low as possible for 5. And with an inhalation, you release all the way up. Keep the palms intertwined. Shake it out of the legs. Let's just take a moment for this shoulder position. You can stay up, or you can even create a little bit more suffering throughout your feet by tucking the toes and sitting on towards your heels. Your elbows will stay lifted. As with an exhalation, slowly, you will begin to massage the back of your spine by drawing a figure 8 with the elbows all the way around. Try to keep your gaze at the horizon, not down, but rather up. Good job finding that midline. Elbows pushing far away and even up towards the ceiling above, gazing up for 5. With an exhalation, rising up, releasing the arms into freedom as you plant the left toes spread wide apart, pillows underneath the toes, and lastly, the heel in towards the ground. Hugging the left knee in towards the chest. And then continuing, if you wish, into that full leg extension, trying to keep the verticalness throughout the body. That's the main orientation. If you can find even a slight forward fold of the chest towards that front knee for 5. You're rocking it, smile on for 2. And 1 with an inhalation, opening up towards the side. If you have some support, that's gonna feel absolutely fantastic. And with an exhalation, slowly through the midline, releasing that foot into a full figure 4, pressing the palms into Anjali Mudra, seeing how low can you go. Keeping the foot flexed. You release the chest down low towards that front calf. Whatever support you have, it's all right. You're doing amazing. In an inhalation, you lift yourself up, either into Varakshasana, the tree pose, or all the way into half lotus, maybe even reaching towards the back, opening the knee, opening the hip. As with an exhalation, continuing the twist around your standing leg. The left hand, the left arm reaches underneath the right. You sit as low as possible into full Garudasana, gazing forward for 5. Breathe in, inhalation, stepping, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Slowly, you're standing, releasing the knees as you create that figure 8 with your elbows side to side. And with another inhalation, finding the midline, elbows lock all the way up towards the ceiling belt for 5 more. Exhalation, releasing the arms, finding the glutes all the way on the ground as we come into Dandasana, the staff pose. Your heels press far away from the body. Your chest opens up and forward as your palms press towards the side, opening towards the chest for 10 beautiful breaths. Exhalation, palms press behind your back, even more towards the back. You squeeze the navel. You're gonna roll up the hips into Ashatangi. The glutes push up, 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 chest up, 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 up for 5. Breathe, exhalation, slowly releasing, bending the right foot in towards the left thigh. As you face your chest forward towards the knee, you're gonna slowly arrive into a forward fold, into Janu Shirshasana. What matters is the orientation of your hips forward, chest forward, and then maybe even your foot can become aligned so that it pushes in alignment. The toe slightly forward, the pinky toe slightly towards the body. And exhalation, maybe presses in. Either repeating this Janu Shirshasana one more time if it felt absolutely luxurious, or maybe even arriving into that half lotus by pressing the foot in towards the hip crease, remaining that elongation throughout the leg, reaching throughout the chest for 5 more. And another inhalation, slowly lifting up. From this Janu Shirshasana, we will actually continue in towards an upward facing dog. So find your way. You can either find it outside of the leg and come into a bent leg Urdhva so upward facing dog with the right knee bent towards the side in a 90-degree angle. Now opening the chest forward, shoulders towards the back for 5. Breathe an exhalation, slowly extending the right foot all the way towards the back as we bend the left knee in towards a 90-degree angle. One more time, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Exhalation. Slowly extending the knee towards the back, but this time keeping the left foot bent up, pointing up. Just find your position. The hips release down towards the ground. Elbows roll in. Your chest is opening up. Maybe you can lift the knee off the ground for 5. 3, 2, 1. With an exhalation, rolling that left foot behind the right thigh, coming into a sassy opening position. Maybe you're reaching with one arm all the way up, staying either over here or really pushing the shoulders far away from the ears and releasing all the way up into a supported side plank. Next up, even a reverse wild thing by opening the hips and the chest up towards the sitting above for 5. With an exhalation, reaching up with the arm, releasing the glutes, finding your position. Breathe. Exhalation, both palms towards the ground. Left knee bends up, releases down as the right foot lifts up, bending the right knee, opening the chest forward, lifting the knee off the ground for 5. And with an exhalation, think if you can roll over on towards the outer side of the extended leg, reaching up with the arm, removing the ears far away from the shoulders as you lift yourself in a side plank. Maybe even in a wild thing. With an exhalation, releasing the knees, releasing the arm, scooting over towards the front, all the way towards an upward facing dog for 5. Then bending that left foot in a 90-degree angle, left knee into 90-degree angle, as we will scoot over on towards the glutes and arrive into a Janu Shirshasana on the other side. So the left foot will arrive towards the inner thigh, hips, chest, all face forward. You find yourself, find your breath, rise through the spine, and then seeing how much can you release down forward, even orientating your foot so that it comes flat. And they're releasing in Ajna Shirshasana for 5 more. We're continuing with that foot in a hip crease, arriving into a bit of a lotus position, half lotus, for Ajna Shirshasana B, where once again you stare towards your toes and breathe throughout the back of your spine, trying to elongate and find the inner space. Lifts you up. It's time to wrap up the practice, and you can do so at your own term and style. If you wish to do a full shoulder stand, be free. If you wish to do a headstand, normally the headstand is before the shoulder stand, but you can mix it up, mix and match your own style. So yeah, the headstand is before the shoulder stand because the headstand is an active pose. So if you wish to do the headstand, maybe you have the support of a body wall behind you, or maybe not. Do it at your own race. And yeah, we do it with a tripod. To create a tripod, palms behind the head, creating the elbows pushing in so that they are shoulder distance. So the elbows never too much out, they go in all the way so that they're shoulder distance. And this is where you can measure your tripod. So where your elbows land on the ground, that is where you will plant your palms. And your elbows keep on pushing in. Your elbows keep on pushing in, shoulders removing away from the ears. Finding the right position, the position that feels right in your body. Maybe even move the head slightly forward and left so that you find really the top of your head. You can stay here in a full rabbit's pose. That's amazing for the coordination of your head. You're already pushing a lot of force on your head. Or if you wish to extend the legs, maybe even plant one knee on towards that upper arm, arriving towards Bakasana. Maybe even verbally arriving with both feet to extend upward in a full Shirshasana. Already we perform 10-15 breaths. Keep on trying. We're today to give it all you've got. Good job. Find that inner core, find that inner stability. Go progressively, being firm and steady. Only when you're firm and steady, continue. First is the head landing on the ground, and the opening across your shoulders, neck. You have all the time in the world, so let's try just one more time. Forward. Your elbows inward, knees inward. Intentional the practice for your own pose. That is the shoulders stand. Please for 10, 15 breaths. And follow the Matsyasana, the fish pose. Arriving towards the finalization of the practice, what twists, wrapping your knees on towards one side. Rolling landing on the other. As you arrive towards the final relaxation pose. Here's the Baddha. Avipakta Karani, legs up the wall, or just the standard Shavasana, accessible whenever. The sunshine ignited throughout your whole body, throughout the whole practice. Allow yourself to lay resting in your inner sunlight. How warm are your fingers and toes? How warm is your skin? How are your muscles, your tendons, ligaments, and joints? Just enjoy the warmth it spreads throughout the corners of your body. From the inner fire of your nature, the Agni flames, filling up your organs, your hips, the warmth of purification, flowing through your arteries and veins. See your heart, so pure, so warm. I feel powerful in your life, of warm. Enjoying the light being spread throughout the body. Maybe invite it into some specific part of the body, allowing yourself to massage any part of the body that would like to receive a bit more of that light, that warm, conscious caress. As if absorbing this moment, this summer feeling of warm sunshine, absorbing exactly your time now into the body, into the mind. As you invite a deeper breath in, inviting in liveliness, having the knees to fall to the left, the right, slightly twisting, massaging. Slowly awakening the body. And if there's any tension, make sure to really extend and tense. And then release all tension into the ground with an exhalation. As you arrive towards the right hip, the right side of the body. And breathing in fully, letting the body rise. Exhaling out fully, letting the body relax. The next inhalation comes to pick you up into an easy seat of Sukhasana. The eyes closed, absorbing, observing. Observing how does the body feel? How is the mind? How is your breath? And we conclude this practice with just a bit of shoulder activation. Not letting you go because it's summer after all, so we're gonna prepare some shots. We're gonna place them on both plates if you can for a challenge. You can do one plate and then the other one, but you can do both plates and even add up onto the challenge with two body blocks. As with an exhalation, invite those plates towards yourself, fill it up with juice and serve it through the universe above. You're gonna serve it 5 times, so make sure that you serve it every single time with intention, with your breath, with control, making sure that no single shot is spilled, no single moment is missed. No. And slowly, once they meet in the front, we're gonna open up onto the opposite side. Observing with passion with your whole body for 3, for 4. Just 2 more. Serving to all your friends, all your family, all the living, all the sky up above. As you release the juices from yourself, from the universe with an inhalation, reaching all the way up, embracing the space created, shared, lived, and explored from the heart. Another inhalation, reaching up for the moment, for the practice, for the life from the heart. As the third inhalation wraps up the totality of your being and every single being all around you. And you invite all your family, friends, all the sunshines that surround you towards your heart. Expressing gratitude for 3 little sunshines that you can name in this very moment from the heart. Bowing to them, to each other, for each other's practice and presence. Namaste. I salute the sunshine within you. All right, a fiery one. Congratulations for making it through. I hope you have enjoyed. With time, it will get easier, yet it is quite an intense sequence. And you can do it with a long breath. It does get easier. So the longer the breath, the more relaxed the body, the more flowy you can get through the practice. I sense that it has done a lot of liberation inside the body, and like, whew, I feel like ready for the summer, ready for all the parties, ready for whatever is up to come. So I hope that was transmuted throughout the whole practice, as we've done a lot of standing sequences, a lot of balancing, a lot of even opening up, trying out the headstands and whatnot, all the shenanigans. And the chaturangas definitely may feel intense, especially if you did it through every single flow that we did. So for that, you can do like either chest, head, chest, chin, chin, chin. This position, knees, chest, chin. Yeah. Instead of a chaturanga, you can do a knees, chest, chin, and then lift yourself up into an upward facing dog. So this way your shoulders will not cry the next day. But hopefully this did move a little bit.